And good Monday morning to you. And I want to thank God so much for Pastor Spring, who would have done such a marvelous job yesterday. And God continues to use him, and we're so grateful that the will of God is still continuing to be done through him. This week, we want to remind you that prayer meeting is tonight at 6 p.m. We hope that you'll be a part of it. But this week, we want to look at the revelation of God when we think we're through understanding or we've got mature enough to appreciate the fullness of God, how God continues to surprise us in new and interesting ways. I'm reading from the book of Genesis chapter 21, and I'm just reading a little piece of verse 33. It says, "And there he worshipped the Lord, the eternal God." So let me just give you some background this morning. Abraham had just formed a league or made a contract or covenant with Abimelech so that they would live at peace in the land. And coming out of that, he gave Abimelech some sheep as a surety for the covenant. Could you imagine that now, all the time Abraham would have known God, it would have been through experiences and covenants with others. This time, he fulfills all of the transactions needed in the covenant, and now he's left by himself. And Abraham takes the opportunity to plant a tree in the area where the covenant was made. And then he bowed down and called on the name of the Lord. I want you to appreciate, Abraham didn't sit down and think on it. He started now to pray to God. And in that moment, the Bible says he called on God, the eternal God. My first point this morning, and we'll get to the others later on in the week, is this: God will reveal himself in due season using unconventional means to do so. We've got to stop pigeonholing God that he will only show himself in these situations or in those circumstances. No, the God that we serve will show up in very unique ways, and he continues to bring those things into the purview of our own attention. Could you imagine? Abraham, an older man who would have had so much years of experience with God, is now finding out that God is the eternal God, the God who sees beyond his own lifetime. Hey, I hope you're realizing, old or young, God will outlive you, out-exist you, and his experience from the past mixed with his foreknowledge in the future will give him an edge in assisting us. So this morning we acknowledge God to be the God, the eternal